Everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina and today is the intro to our Pan That palette for 2022. So basically for Pan That palette 2022, I made a video which I will link up in the cards for you in case you missed it, in case you want to see it, where I laid out, I think, 5 potential palettes that I was considering for Pan That palette this year, and I let you guys vote on the one that we ultimately picked. As of right now, when I'm filming this, Dream Street by Colourpop is winning by a landslide. I will put the screenshot up of the voting tallies. I was basically counting as everything came in. Dream Street by Colourpop won by a landslide, basically, so that's what we're doing. Introducing our new palette for 2022. Let's get into this. So, you guys got to vote on this year. This was, out of all of the 5 potentials, this was the oldest palette in the, repertoire. And one of my oldest palettes in my collection, and I think overall a lot of you guys voted for this because it was older and because it has a pretty decent mix of neutrals and some colorful pops of color, so I think it will be interesting. Second place was definitely the Makeup Revolution Soph X palette, I do believe, so that's definitely going to be a potential for later on or as like a mini series bringing in shades on occasion to hit pan on. We'll see how it goes. Right now I'm kind of still debating on what I want to do. I kind of want to give this like 2 months first and then amend our goals after that, but ultimately, what is our goal with this palette next year? I said this last year about my Pan That palette last year, which if you guys watched the finale, you know how I feel about how that went, but the goal will be the same for this one. I want to 100% finish this palette, and I'm talking every single shade silver. I just want to see silver pan in this entire palette at the end of the year. That's the goal, the ultimate goal. As for monthly, I have a bullet journal spread that I am tracking all of my project pans in, and I think every month I'm gonna make a new spread for my project pans, and we're gonna have like monthly goals as well, and I'm gonna write them down so I can actually keep track of them this year, because a lot of the time last year I would forget what my goals were. So I think we're gonna be doing focusing on the palette obviously all month, but every month I think I'm gonna pick 1 or 2 shades to like hyper focus on where I'm using it as much as humanly possible, and then we'll kind of alternate. That way I'm better at using each shade every month, because last year what would happen, I was just keeping the shades that I was comfortable with and I would just go for them and I would just keep going for them. And obviously that didn't really work either. So I'm hoping just by doing this, it gives me a little bit more mindfulness towards doing individual shades, and then I can roll in shades that I don't typically gravitate towards, and it like makes me have more incentive to use them that month, if that makes sense. But at the start of this, there is not a single pan in this palette right now. There are some dips. Probably the biggest dip we have is this first shade, which I think will be the first one to probably go, and this one, which was in a Pan That eyeshadows, which is why the dip is so big. These are the 2 biggest dips, this one being the bigger one actually. So these 2 I think will have pan first. They're probably going to be the ones I focus on first as well, just to get good momentum going at the beginning of the year. So ultimate goal for the year is finish this in its entirety, and then January's ultimate goal is to focus on this first row going down. Focus on this one really, really hard and try to get as much pan as possible. I think I can hit pan on this silvery blue shade pretty quickly, which is really, really pretty. I think it will be good for this time of the year. It's like a slight duochrome. It's not too like intense. I think I can get some good use out of that and have pan on that by the end of January. That's our major goal for January. I think we can do it. I think it will be fine, and I think overall we should be able to hit pan on this and finish it, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Everyone put purple hearts down in the comments again for all of the luck to finish this. And depending on how it goes, we could also roll in a new palette towards the end of the year and start trying to go through those as well. Again, that will be an amendable goal, because I know a lot of you guys wanted to see a more colorful palette as well. Trust me, I read all of the comments and the votes on that video, so I know a lot of you guys weren't leaning towards this one because you consider it a little bit boring, especially because we did a neutral palette last year. So if this goes really, really well and we start finishing out a lot of these neutral shades, we could also roll in the Soph X palette, because a lot of you guys really wanted that one as well, and that one has more colorful shades. So we'll see. Let me know if you like that idea or if you think that'd be a bad idea. I guess we'll see how this goes initially though. That's it. That is the palette that we will be working on this year. Again, I'll show close-ups of each individual shade right now. I hate that this palette, it has the names on the back and I think they're backwards, so I'm gonna probably be saying the wrong names of shadows all here. I'm gonna have to like figure out a way to like tell myself which one's which. We can do this. I got this. I think overall this should be generally pretty easy. It's like an overall neutral palette with fun pops of color. We can do it. Totally fine. Totally fine. We got this. We got this. And that, guys, is my Pan That Palette intro for 2022. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. If you liked the video, definitely hit that thumbs up. Also, put those purple hearts down in the comments. Wish me all the luck. And hopefully I can start going really hard on this at the beginning of the year and get those 3 shades as close to pan or at pan as possible. That's the goal for January. And we'll check back in. I will be doing monthly updates on this. I do not see myself rolling this out at any point. That's how it's gonna go. Monthly updates, let's go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the monthly updates. And remember, there is always magic to be found, and I hope that means I see all of you in my next video. Bye!
Alright, ooh baby, just hold tight. We're up at the moonlight, believe in the magic. On side, we'll make it feel just right. Just look at that bright light, believe in the magic, and we can save you from